want to say that shit. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Come on in, welcome in, brother.
Respect to my man Tab. What up? Salute to the fathers.
Much appreciate you, brother.
Welcome to the Stoop.
Welcome to the barbershop, man.
It's your boy Chocolate Dad.
It's your boy Saya, aka Saya.
It's your boy Styles.
And it's your man 95. Welcome to another installment of the Dad and Ish Summer Series. We outside. This week we're bringing to you guys a really dope episode, right? So we in what we call like a hood staple, you know? Like this is like church for black folks, primarily for men, right? We're here in BedStuy at the Stoop Barber Shop with two dope brothers here. Why don't you fellas go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Quan. Quan's Life on Instagram. Y'all see me over there tonight.
You gotta spell it out for the people.
Quan's Life, Quans Life. F-E.
All right.
Underscore. I mean, that's basically it. If you type in Papa Chocolate, not like Chocolate Daddy. I like Papa Chocolate more. But if you type in Papa Chocolate, it's gonna definitely pop up. Yeah,
Yo, I'm Tav. I'm looking at y'all, right?
Yeah.
I'm Tav. On Instagram, Tav Knows Cuts. We've been Tav Knows Cuts, TAV, Nose, K and common spelling Nose, Cuts, CUTS. I don't like that Z at the end, so Tav Knows Cuts is everything.
You spell it like that.
Yeah, simple. Grade school, Tav Knows Cuts. On Instagram. And we're the Stoop.
The Stoop. So
Yeah,
the Stoop got an Instagram?
Oh yeah, the Stoop.
Yeah, the Stoop Cuts. Love THESTOOP Cuts CUTS.
Yeah, that's what we at. We at the Stoop.
Yeah, we have the Stoop.
Wait.
I'm asking a question, right?
Obviously.
So we at the Stoop. You know
Question.
what I'm saying? Well, when I walked in, it was a little, I ain't step up or nothing.
Huh?
Nice.
So bring to me where the name come from and how y'all started this whole y'all business.
Alright, so first, well, we've been cutting for years. Our pops taught us how to cut. We started cutting probably at the age of 12. I always go to 12 with the stable number because it's like, as far as I can remember, but we definitely always been in the barbershop. We grew up in the barbershop.
Y'all was 12 at the same time?
I mean, we had to cut each other. So
Yeah, you gotta cut.
We the same age. So
That went
like,
over
like,
that went over their heads.
Oh,
man.
y'all
cut each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
so-
twins.
Yeah.
Nah,
hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
quick.
Send that whiskey, dog.
Some way, hold on. Some way, somehow,
Something good in that.
twins is becoming like a reoccurring
Yo,
theme
y'all
on our
might
show.
be the
Y'all the
fourth,
third or
like,
fourth pair of twins we've had on the show.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
I don't know.
This is like the second.
Right.
Last
That's
episode.
Y'all do that on purpose?
Nah.
Yeah.
Because growing up, twins was like unicorns. Now all of a sudden, y'all everywhere.
Nah, everywhere.
Nah,
Shit.
twins everywhere.
That's dope. So y'all,
The only
y'all,
twins I knew was T and Tamara. I ain't even
I used to
gonna
hate
lie.
that
that's a fact.
joke.
I ain't know no twins.
I hate that
bro.
joke. It was
Or,
corny.
what's the joint?
I told you the only one I knew was T.
Full
Yeah,
House.
them
Full
too.
House.
Yeah.
They got older a little bit. Like, they
Yeah.
wasn't on Full House. I mean, they was, but like.
Yeah, I mean, but that was the only like interaction you really see
Yeah,
with
that's
twins. You
true.
really
With
see with
twins.
twins like that, right? So you guys been cutting. You guys, your pops taught you guys how to cut. You've been cutting since you guys have been 12. So growing up, you guys spent a lot of time in the barbershop, right? What does the barbershop mean to like a black man in the hood? Like what exactly does that resonate? What does that bring to, what does that make people feel?
I'm gonna go with the shop in general. It's a safe zone for everybody. Legit. It's not even like just a black man thing. I think it's like for kids, moms, all that. Like, and I say in general too, especially open up the shop, and even growing up, it was like everybody was in the shop. Like the moms had to bring their kids to the shop. The dads was in the shop, getting their cut and doing their thing also. And then the kids that was their safe zone. So where they had to like, where if they was running around in the street or doing whatever they was doing, they could stop in the barbershop, know it's safe. Like if someone's going on outside, they knew it was safe. So I think it's like a staple for like whole community vibe. Like it's that big.
Yeah,
If I would say.
I kind of agree with you with that because, like, me growing up, the barbershop, where I grew up, we just walk by, always say hello,
Right.
always come in there, everybody use the bathroom, always the barbershop is like always acting where you can do anything.
Yeah.
But like the main thing as I got older, when I learned the barbershop was like for men, you come in, it's like therapy.
Yeah.
You can
That's
speak
how I was gonna go with it.
to your barber about almost anything. Like I mean. Some barbers hold the most deepest secrets. Like
that's a fact.
you know, because you call somebody, hey, first thing you want to ask is like, yo, somebody might say, yo, I'm going to a wedding, birthday party, or it's an occasion for the cut.
Even the how's your day, regular.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
then I tell the story. They say, come, yo, how was that? Yo,
Right.
Right.
That's when you start digging. It happens, I feel, naturally.
Yeah, it is.
It's like it's
natural.
almost like your unknown best friend. You don't really
Right.
call them that person your best friend, but that person really might know a whole lot more than your
about
best
you.
friend. Like
Yeah.
you don't even know. Like you just there, you sit there, you talk, you vibe out. Cause at the end of the day, you in, you out. Nobody really checking for you. Like you know your business not barely going anywhere. Like there's so many people that this barber probably didn't got information on. He just regular, just sitting here cutting hair. Like you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, once you put your trust and loyalty into a barber and you make that person your loyal barber, that's like a friendship beyond just a handshake or I'm gonna call you and this is that and the fourth. Like that person really do check for you even though you don't see them call you. They in their mind, they like, yo, where's son at? I ain't see son in a minute. When
Exactly.
you see you, like, yo, it's
When they
all
do
love,
see
like,
you,
what's
they
good?
exactly.
Like,
It's automatic when they see you again. It's like,
yeah.
yo, like where you been? What's going on with you? They interested. I always remember the scene from like the actual movie, The Barbershop, right? Where that dude ran in, jumped in the chair, got a cut, and skipped out on the bill, right?
Right.
Because he wanted to go get a job and whatnot. But
Right.
he came back and paid it.
That was
But it was like how like coming in the barbershop, like a cut, getting your hair braided, whatever it may be, like how like that can like change the trajectory of like how your day, your life is gonna go.
Mhm.
That's a cut, you feel better.
You can't tell me shit when I got it. You can't tell me nothing.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think what I might have to do is like go get some hair plugs. I can start coming back to the barbershop.
That's a fact.
You go to the barbershop and get the hair plugs. You ain't even gotta
Yo, cause where
you can get a whole unit.
I missed this. I ain't been
Get a whole unit.
barbershop in like 10 years.
Come get a unit. It's gonna take you like 2 hours. You can get the talk track.
That's it. 2 hours.
Yeah, 2
2
hours,
hours.
get a unit.
2 hours
Come-
some hair.
Yo,
do
you
it,
gonna
bro.
come back and look like Steve.
Yo, and my shit gonna look way better than Tory Lane's joint.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, Tory Lane joined his head.
Word. And LeBron, you ain't been flapping a couple times.
Yeah, fact. He finally went to a professional for that Space Jam movie though.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still need to know why you decided to call the shop the Stoop.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's
Oh,
a side
take
question.
Huh?
You go ahead.
Yo, so the stoop is like legit, like how we all was just talking about growing up. Like everything was like based off the stoop. Like growing up, we all hung out on the stoop. Especially, I know when I grew up, everybody was just hanging out on the stoop. Like my mom, everybody would just stop out our step. Even my mom bring home groceries. She bring home groceries. She's stopping on the stoop, and like then the neighbors stopping on the stoop. Everybody sitting outside on the stoop. And even us, when we was growing up, like our team, we hung out on our boy's stoop. Like, and being in BedStuy, it just was only right, especially being in BedStuy, because like if you ever in BedStuy and you traveling around BedStuy, like all the steps are long. You always see mad people chilling on the stoop. So like it just only made sense. And then even down to my kids, they had a page called the Stoop Twins. They were just going around sitting on stoops. So it was just like it just all entwined. So like even if you see like the symbol of the stoop cuts, that's really them sitting on a stoop. You know, when they was doing their little the stoop twins. I got a set of twins, and then I got a set of twins, and then I'm having one on the way.
Oh, congratulations.
Twins also?
Nah, they ain't
Oh,
twins. Nah, it's just this is the end though.
So Juan, you don't have any kids?
Nah.
Oh, so you just out here.
Yeah.
You on the stoop.
Nah, you know what? I'm on the super real. You know what? I don't want to say, like, people always ask, like, the what you waiting for question. The what you waiting for me is not really, like, what I'm waiting for. It's really, like, if it happens, it happens. Like, my life is just rolling. Like, I'm not really putting a staple on it because I feel like once people put time and energy into things like that, you wind up almost hurting your own self, like, mentally.
No, that's true.
So,
too.
like, And then, you put time and energy. Like, I've been in various relationships. It ain't work out then. So now I'm chilling. So it's like,
Yeah, that's true too.
You on the
just
stoop.
chilling, like, yeah, I'm
You
on the stoop.
stoop.
I'm off the stoop. I'm at the corner store. I'm everywhere.
Outside, outside.
Come outside.
That's a really good point, right? So more and more, kind of even how we all came as a collective, nobody felt pressured to have a child, right? And then nobody, people might ask, are you getting older? Do you want to have a kid? But it's like, life is a little bit different for our generation. Like we doing a lot of things that our parents probably didn't have the opportunity to do. So we're not in a rush to go ahead and have our kids. But definitely, now that we all have our kids, it's kind of what brought us all together. It's definitely, the best blessing on the planet. But, it's definitely just, when it comes, it comes.
Like he said, though, a lot of people don't live in it now. Like, a lot of people set boundaries on themselves and say, you put a time limit on what you want. And then you don't get it, you start messing with your head. Like, oh, I didn't get this at this age, whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I see that people need it at 30, like, oh, I got kids yet, I ain't married yet, and so forth. But the time is gonna happen when it's right.
Right.
So you gotta start living it now if you're good, because you don't want to just sit there and just jump the gun and have a kid just because of the fact that my time. You want to be with the right person. You want to have.
Especially as a guy, you jump in a situation, you have a kid by somebody, and then they just dip with your kid. You gotta fight for your kid back. You don't got custody. That whole battle, you be sick.
It's like a battle.
And as a person who doesn't have kids, one thing I never hesitate to do is teach a kid. If I see a kid randomly in despair or just got something on their mind, I never hesitate to give out information as a figure as an elder, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at this point now, we older. And I think that's a big staple in the community that we kind of missed out. I mean, not that we missed out on it because we grew up in the era, but I feel like this era misses that part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody just stepping in and he's like, yo, boy, you wild.
Wow.
Yeah. Boy, you doing the most. Like, here's some advice. You could take it or leave it, but here's something that you could think about later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
At least you have somebody you can talk to.
Just even like, and this may be off topic, but like, just thinking about the streets, like the OGs are not really telling these young boys nothing. They have no code. Like, I seen on the news the other day, the one guy, well, he's like a kid. I think he a kid, but he was shooting at this other guy, and it was like two little kids in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, who told them they still keep shooting?
Yeah,
like,
you should
abort
know,
mission.
Abort. That's
Abort
it.
mission, boy.
He did go around him a little bit, though.
Yeah,
But he did. Traumatized though.
That was sketchy. That was like a sketchy scenario.
He was like, no, hold on,
try
kid,
to
I got
fake
y'all.
it.
I'm gonna get him. Hold on.
I know.
Nah.
When I saw the scenario, I was like,
Boy was shooting like wanted.
No,
He was
it's
shooting
like,
like
there's no
wanted.
lie. Somebody else
Yeah.
would have really killed those kids. Like,
Yeah, that's a
that was a
yeah.
professional shooter. Like, he knew what he was doing. Like,
And he still got the shot off. He still killed him.
But still, like you traumatize these kids for the rest of their life.
Yeah, the rest of their life, they
But then you gotta think in another scenario where not too long ago, there's a dude that was like 48, shot some kid that was like 15 over.
Oh yeah, he started on the parking spot.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
not
Like,
fucking
you
here.
48 years old, my man. Like, yo,
You couldn't let that go?
Yo, a parking spot, you could let that go.
Right.
Like, there's no way I need to kill.
And that's
a kid.
something we actually talked about that.
I'm not screaming at him.
Remember, we spoke about that on the
But
previous
still,
episode where
parking
like
spot, nah.
like having kids is definitely it causes you to have like that second to think about something, do something rash. Because like there's been a situation where I can speak on where like somebody does something where before I had kids, like it's all the smoke. But now you got kids, you're thinking like, you know what? I have a great career. I got a family. Like, yeah, it's like I have so much more to lose. I have so much more to lose than worrying about this bozo or whatever. So it does give you like a sense of, being humble and just saying, you know what, like I have bigger responsibilities than just myself to walk away from that situation. Because you walk away, you be like, oh, you pussy, you're a punk or whatever. But I'm gonna still be home with my family, still making money, doing what I gotta do. And you just end up in another situation with somebody else, right? I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
One thing I always say is I'm way too intelligent for me to get into a fight at this age. Like, I should be able to talk somebody that ignorant down and be able to be like, yo, boy, you wildin'. You feel me? Like, I could say, it's so much words that I could use that I don't have to jump into a fight that quick. Of course, I'm gonna defend myself in a heartbeat, but at the same time, like, if it's something that don't mean nothing, like, I should be intelligent enough to stop.
Even if you have, there's some people who are just too ignorant to even have conversation with, but you're even smart enough to realize, I'm out. Like it's not
Right, right,
worth it.
right.
I'm gonna get something to eat. It's not even that worth it, right? But coming back to the barbershop thing, right? You know, being barbers and how important that is. Do you guys ever feel, or have you ever experienced folks maybe looking down on barbers, or anybody who has like a trade versus what a
All the
traditional
way.
professional is?
All the way. Man.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, I remember this joint. Like I always think about this joint because especially like now, like I feel like the shop in general, we like making like major moves. Like we just did a bunch of commercial shoots and
Salute.
we still have.
Salute.
So
That's
good
powerful,
looking,
yeah.
good looking. Where we did a couple of commercial shoots, and we got more to come. Like we even getting emails down to today. And I remember like when I told this dude I was gonna be a barber, he was like, "Yo, man, he's like, you want to do that, man? Why you doing that? Like, just do." We was at work. He's like, because I work for sanitation also. So he's at work. He like, "Yo, man, that's." He's like, "Yo, that's chump change, man." I'm like, "Nah." He like, and I maybe because he was older, he was thinking about the $10 cuts and the $12 this and the $12 that. Whole different ball game. So he said, "Yo, man, you don't want that money, man. Just, you don't need that. So find something else to do."
Shit,
I
I'm about to be
remember
a
that
barber.
joint.
Fuck
Every
that.
day. Yo, every day I remember that joint.
I
like,
remember back when I had hair and I used to go to the barbershop, right?
Oh man.
Long time ago.
back in my days.
Yeah.
But like one day a barber told me like you know, somebody who like has very good clientele, like what they make. I was like, wait, what? Barber makes that? But then you really think about it, it's like mathematically they get into the bag for real.
They was
And all
getting to the
that
bag
money
back then.
That money untaxed.
Well, back
Right,
then,
yeah,
back
yeah,
then,
yeah.
some places yes and some places
Yeah.
no, right?
You-
Like
well-
if you don't have your own spot, like some like the place I used to go to, like you go to the cashier and pay a bill and give the barber a
Oh,
receipt.
you went to
Yeah.
the fancy
Yeah,
barbershop.
Yeah, word,
Well,
yeah.
Your shit wasn't like Bay Ridge.
It was over.
I'm sweaty money like, oh
Yo,
yeah.
I know where it was, right there, right on Junction. But nonetheless, but it's like it's a new day and age. But back to you saying, so you mentioned that you also work for sanitation. So how do you even balance that time? You got a regular full-time job and doing this,
How you balance the time for?
and got twins,
Nine
and
to
one on the
five.
way.
Son,
And
I
brother.
just don't sleep. That's how it goes. I just
24
nah.
hours a day.
Son, I use all of them to be honest.
Oh,
I
you
ain't
like
gonna-
me to take naps?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Man,
I'm really just now even like getting my mindset to a point where I'm like, all right, cool, yo, you gotta go to sleep. Like this is something you gotta do. So I want to say like for the first 2 years of the shop, no sleep, zero. So COVID helped us out because it would have still been like on some no taking naps. We 11 o'clock in here still cutting, and then even like balancing the family out, it was just like, which I really had to do was like really make a sacrifice like at the time because I knew like leaving like sanitation is a job I can't pass on. This is a job. This is something I could pass on to my kids. I could teach them something. I could show
Right.
them entrepreneurship and do everything through it. So I felt like they were 2 when I started. 2 when I started, and I felt like it was like almost like a sacrifice I had to make, and they had to go through in order to me to get to today where I can like almost balance my schedule a little bit more. Like all right, cool. Like this day I could take off. This day I can't take off. Yeah, I'm gonna take this weekend off. We're gonna do certain things. But those first 2 years, legit, no sleep. Like legit.
All right, so drove back to the shop. More background information for the people. How long y'all had the shop for when y'all opened and things of that nature?
But we've it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
4.5.
4 good.
At
Right.
this location?
At this
Real
same
good year.
location, yeah. So prior to that, Tom was working at another shop in the same neighborhood, and from there, well, basically back to the beginning stories, the times and the situation of growth wasn't the same. So one day I was living in Queens at the time. I was going home. Then he was dropping me. I was chopping on the LRR at the time. He was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm thinking about opening up a shop." I was like, "Yo, let's do it." Like, it don't make sense for us not to do it, or even for us, like, we got the know-how, we got everything that you need to do it. Just gotta start. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "All right." Just so happened, he wanted to just come in. I don't know, just one day, just driving down the block, seeing the space, and stopped in.
Word. It was like I was driving up the block. I'm over here thinking about it. I met another barber in Queens, and I was talking to him about him opening up a shop. And yo, everything he said was like things that I didn't know, like no things I already knew. Like so, it wasn't really nothing holding me back from opening up a shop. It was just me like thinking like,
Taking that step.
just taking that step. And yo, when like you said, when I was just driving up the block, I could see a sign on the spot like I went home. I left. Yo, I parked in front of my crib. I said, nah, son. I didn't even go upstairs. I put that joint back in drive, went and got the number. I called that joint the next day. And when I called the next day, yo, I'm thinking like shop gonna cost me $150,000. Like, and I ain't got it. Like, and when I called, they had numbers. I was like, yo, obtainable numbers. Like, yo, why? I could have been to this. Like, I could have been. All I had to do was call, and it would have been it. But I would tell anybody like, your time is your time, son, because this is like, I want to say this shop is like everything I could have asked for, because because I'm so in here so much. They got a space in the back for the kids to run around. Yeah. And when I want my kids in here, or when I got them in here, they here, they could play, they could do whatever they want without disturbing, the business, and do what they do.
And it's a barbershop. Kids, this is where kids is at.
That's where kids at,
The perfect thing to have, like a barbershop. The kids can run up and down. Those don't tell them nothing, because they don't know what they're here for. They're probably waiting to get a haircut.
Exactly. Yeah.
So with you now, basically in a sense, as a business owner, what does that do for you as far as a father, or just a man in general? You see things differently now?
A whole lot different. A whole lot different. Like even the way I'm teaching my kids is like totally different now. Like, it's like, before I would have told them like, yo, listen, go to school, get a job, take care of your family, regular. Nah, and it really halfway is not. It's just another step after that. It's like, all right, cool, go to school, get a job to build a foundation, find something you like. Foundation just to hold you down, just in case you slip up and have a kid, right? Find something you like the whole time. The job is just keeping you in place, and jump into what you want to do. Like, be you. You could be you. And
that's a fact.
And rock out.
I'm thinking about like growing up. My parents are immigrants. They came here, so the first thing I heard was you need an education, no matter what. So I went off to college. I went to a university. I got my bachelor's, and I went off to get my master's. But now that I have a son, and I'm like $70,000 in debt, I don't think I'm gonna give him that same spiel. It's like, honestly, is it really worth it for you to put yourself $70 in debt?
Yeah,
and $70,000 in debt, praying for some president to give you loan forgiveness?
Right, loan forgiveness.
Yeah,
right?
like.
Yo, did Biden holler at you about that?
Biden still didn't even holler at you,
boy.
I need that. That's $70,000. But my mind state is different from everyone else. That's why it was easy for me to just go out and do it, because I felt like, yo, they're gonna get their money when they get their money. So like, $70,000 I owe you for life. So I pay you when I pay you.
I give it to you when I give it to you.
I would, if I really could, because what I went to school for, and what I do for a living now, I wish I could like go back and like, yo, y'all can have my degree back, bro, because I honestly really don't need this, and I'm doing way better financially than if I would have went into the career that I wasn't gonna go in.
Right. The only thing that I noticed that with people who went to college, when they got money, they did things differently, faster.
Right. Yeah, they knew what to do with the bread.
Fast, young, they blow it fast and young. Like by the time they even realized that they blew so much money, they realized they didn't even do nothing with it. Like that person who did 4 years,
nothing to show.
They had nothing to show, and the person who did the 4 years in college and then they got the same job and they probably got less time.
That's the only thing. College is more of a discipline, I say.
Correct.
Yeah.
But if you around a good upbringing and around a good
structured family,
you will have that discipline.
Yeah.
Because me, really, I dabbled in college. I didn't got out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not for me, because I felt like, because the goal in life is to make, everyone want to make a good amount of money and live good, comfortable. Because anybody want to live comfortable. Right? That's everybody goal. No matter what people say, everybody want to be rich, but like once you reach that plateau or that level that milestone where you live comfortable, you get to relax, and that's okay for you.
Right.
Some people are totally fine with just living comfortable. Some people don't want to go past that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So I realized early on in life, like, all right, because I went to college. It was okay. Did like a year. I did like a half year. I did like a semester. Went to like a year, and I was like, this is not for me. Then I wound up tripping up, and I worked as an armor truck.
Mhm.
Like, I was like, no lie, I'm like 23, 24,
Right.
and I was making no lie.
Grown
like,
people money.
I was making
money.
bread.
Yeah, you make your money.
I was making back
Yeah.
then I was making like 67,000 a year.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm 20.
Yeah,
I'm
20 at
so
20?
so
Yeah, that
yeah,
you
like,
up.
it was-
Yeah.
You up at 20.
You know, so the me I'm still like, all right, the college thing was cool, but the goal is to get this bread.
Mhm.
So like, I'm gonna have like, why go to college, university to lose? I felt like I don't respect nobody went to college. Like,
I just feel disrespected.
Nah.
Wait a minute.
We'll be-
Yeah.
Yeah, Studio peace.
Respect them.
Yo, peace, yo. Be safe.
Salute to the box.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, peace. That stuff happened in the barbershop. Welcome to the Stoop. That's regular, yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna. I come here. Well, since I've been with my lady, I've been here a lot, and like this barbershop right here, it's like this is community at its finest. It's like everyone will walk in here. It doesn't even matter like what gender, what type of. They just come in here, say what's up, chill out. Understand? These guys show love.
That's how it's supposed to be. Like barbershops
That's
are like
supposed to be.
Switzerland, right? Like it's not no, like you can always feel like you always feel safe in a barbershop. Like you come to the barbershop, like that's your shop. You know the barber they know you, they know your mom, your pops, your
Right.
kids, your lady. Like you come in, you feel safe. You know you're gonna get cut. You're gonna leave out here feeling better than when you first came here.
That's a fact.
And
Everybody
that-
know when you
that's
come
so
that.
important.
Everybody know when you come here. That's happening.
That's exactly.
Did you
that.
guys grow up in the style?
Now we grew up in East Flatbush, and then we
Okay.
moved to the style about what, 19, 18, 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, after we was grown. So like growing up, our upbringing is from East Flatbush, and then we just moved to the style. But they showed us, the style showed us love, like legit. So
That's
all the way.
great.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all
Style showed us
something.
love,
Kind of pivot on the shop stuff, right?
Mhm.
What are some like essential do's and don'ts in a barbershop?
Yo, I'm not gonna hold.
Yo, he was ready. He said, he got it. He said,
This question I was waiting for all
he said,
day.
let me tell you something.
Week, right? That I just want to just say to like that people do and don't do in one breath, right? You know you about to go out on Saturday, right? Yo, you think about last week, you'll be like, yo, I'm going out on Saturday. I'm going to my haircut on Friday. Feel me?
Right.
Bro, you only tell yourself that.
You don't tell the
So now
barber.
on Friday, come like, yo, I'm about to put up roll.
It's over.
Oh,
It's
that's
over.
lit.
It was fine.
It's clip.
You should try for Thursday,
It's
bro.
like, yo,
Son.
but it's like, I like being that we on this type of platform. I just want to say, yo, if you think about it, just call your barber.
Just call your
They
barber.
said-
But I ain't gonna front. Y'all be booked. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
a fact, son.
Yeah,
Like,
And
real shit, I'm coming here. I'm getting honest.
yo,
You might get your haircut next month, cause
yo,
they be
I ain't gonna hold you. My next
I'm
booking is
gonna come
my
here and get
next.
my hair plugs together.
My joint is
But-
August right now.
But
I'm
I think,
on.
I think
August?
I'm in August
I
right
can't
now.
up for Tuesday.
August.
nothing.
You can't do a squeeze in?
Oh,
I keep it on the side.
My squeeze is already squirrels right now. we done had orange juice in this bad boy.
you're gonna have to be here helping open the gates.
That's the
Facts,
thing. It's
son.
like we don't even go by the gate open. Like it's just like, yo,
We got to sleep here the night
we
before.
go straight by the appointment because, like Todd said, we
Yeah, you
both
gotta
work
respect-
other places, so it's like
Right.
we still rock out.
You gotta
right?
respect your time and then
Yeah.
also the customer's time.
And
You
y'all
put
gotta
in that money
sleep.
in.
Y'all
Yeah, we gotta sleep.
Alright, so I'm
Something.
spot through with somebody cancel or something like that.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop. What you about to
I'm
say?
patient.
So I ain't one thing. Huh?
Were you guys always doing appointments before COVID, or you?
Yeah, we was doing appointments. We was doing appointments
Yeah.
since the gates opened. Yeah, since we started the shop, we was doing
You
appointments.
go to the barber shop. You sit
Nah,
there for
the
like 2-3
appointment
hours,
thing-
man, trying to
The
get
appointment
cut.
thing is starting to be like more common I see now,
Yeah.
but I always felt like that should have been a thing.
Yeah, it should have
Because
been a
every
day.
time
You lock
growing
it
up,
in,
I'm in the barbershop.
5
2-3
hours. Nah, 5 hours
Yeah,
I've been in the
waiting,
barbershop.
waiting.
Mind you,
Yeah.
and sometimes
That's
you don't even
favoritism,
know
though.
who in front of
Yeah.
you or not. Like, 'cause the
Yeah,
barber
yeah,
is
yeah.
like,
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
next.
a little shorty above it is like, yo, I got you next. I got you next. Like,
Yeah.
next. Yo,
Yeah,
you
but
sick.
what I did realize, right? So that was what Sai just said, right? So it is like a newer thing, I guess, like in our older generation for us, like getting to like our late teens and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's like be booking an appointment. Because I remember like when I was younger, going to the barbershop with my dad and stuff like that. There wasn't like we wasn't calling nobody. It was like you go to this barbershop and
Pull up.
you'll be there all day.
It wasn't
Yo,
like,
yo,
yo,
but
it was
when
cool.
you got 3, I'll be right back.
Exactly, it was cool, right?
Yeah.
No
Right.
problem. But also, do you guys have? I mean, I can keep it a buck. Do y'all have some of them customers that like they can just pull up and it's like you already know, like yo, like all right, I got them next.
Nah,
Y'all don't do that.
Zero.
Nah, they just
Zero.
stick too.
they be all the way
They feel
tight.
like they got it.
They
Because
don't
I know
got it.
back in the day, certain people you walk in the
They don't got
barbershop, they're like, yo, I'm next.
So I'm not even
And
gonna
you
lie.
like, what?
I think I have like a great relationship with them, but I still gotta make an appointment.
Yeah.
And then I gotta have my lady
But
call
it's
them
because
to make
you're
sure your
always late,
appointment
bro.
is in there.
My little
But-
brother gotta make an appointment.
That's the guy. He said, "Yo, I'm coming that Tuesday." Give
It's
you
all
like,
business.
son,
You can't just be trying to crib.
it's like it's
Nah,
we
you
got.
get no-
You ain't getting no. You just gonna walk in here right now and be like, "Yo, I got next." Nah, no
Nah,
way.
it's the
Right.
dub.
Zero.
No, but I respect it,
See
and I
me-
feel like that. Like,
see me
like I said
next
before, that keep not only that it keeps you guys sane, right? It respects your time. Like you said, you guys both have outside professions, including now with this one too. So it helps you guys, manage your time, manage your money, and also, like you said, it helps people respect their time and yours. Keeps them
Yeah.
accountable. So it's like, hey, listen, man, if you ain't show up, so listen,
Yo,
it's
and
over
if
for
you
you ain't going out this weekend.
legit, if you know us and been in the shop, son, everybody's our friends. Legit, son, everybody's our friends,
The minute
son.
you walk in the
The
shop and
minute
you get a cut, you
Yo,
our
the
friend.
minute you can
Yo,
come in
you
the
getting
first
a
day, you
drink,
get a
we
cut,
in.
you getting a drink,
What
we
you
talk
doing
about your
next
personal
week?
life, we talk
We
about
outta
old boy
here.
personal life. We
Nice.
already family,
That
like
shelf is stocked.
stop.
But
Ready to
now,
We try to get
now,
everybody drunk.
everybody
Everybody-
stock. It's gonna be stocked with some Japanese whiskey from
That's
our
what I'm
our
saying.
sponsors over there at
Shout out to
Shinju,
Robin John.
right? Shinju whiskey,
good stuff.
Japanese whiskey.
Yo,
the good
Robin
stuff.
John,
The good
we
stuff.
lit.
Heard.
We
Now,
one
somebody-
of those things.
So yeah, you got to get a cut or better. You can't come in with a lineup and get that.
That's
Yeah.
a
You
fact.
gotta get a cut or better, bro.
Take a shot.
What's crazy is thinking about like just barbershops in general. It's like barbers out there, they got so much professions. Like you could sit in the chair and your barbershop is an MBA analyst. Barbershop is a plumber.
Right.
Your barbershop got a PhD or whatever it is.
That's a fact.
It's just
They're the ultimate. I ain't gonna lie. Barbers probably one of the barbers, and for the ladies, hairstylists, beauticians. They're probably one of the best networking sources.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for
They be
sure.
like, yo, I got somebody for that. Matter of fact,
Oh,
my man
inside
do
the
that.
trading in
But yeah,
there.
man,
Right,
yo,
right,
I know
that's
somebody
right.
who do that. So listen, you know what I mean? Or the guy who comes here every Saturday at 10 o'clock, yeah, he does this, that, and the third, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then to couple that with the fact that you guys both have
Let me get some
outside
fun.
professions. But Quan, what is your aside from? I mean, not say outside, but what is your other profession?
Oh, I drive the bus for the city.
Oh, okay, God bless you, brother.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
People are too
Don't
crazy
get me
in the
wrong.
streets.
I don't know.
Wait, Quan, when do you drive the bus for the city?
I
I know people want to know. Because you're never at work,
People
bro.
wanna know. They don't see me, but I'll be there. When I'm there. They
Masked
don't
up,
see
just
me.
mask up, mask up.
Like, I'm that black guy right there. That guy.
So let me ask you guys, right? So, because my stuff, I also work in like one of those, some similar kind of profession where it's like, people want to you get into that and they're like, yo, you good, just work here 20 years, how many money, get your pension, you be out. Have you guys ever looked at, listen, I'm going to be doing that just to leverage my way out of there? Or do you guys plan on spending your whole careers there?
What you mean?
On your outside career? Like you say you work for sanitation.
Yeah.
Do you plan on retiring from it?
Yeah, I'm out, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
No, but what I mean is, do you want to wait until you're that age of retirement or you want to just
But you gotta
work and
understand.
leverage
I feel like-
outside to not have to go there anymore?
I feel like them because they fairly young, and I feel like they've been doing it for a while. If I got in when they got in,
right.
I think the limit was like 20 years or some shit like that.
Yeah,
20
right.
years
20
and
and
you
out.
done. It was 20,
20
right?
out, 20 out, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
20
stay
out.
too.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Cause
we already got too much time vested to
To
To be
decide.
like,
Nah,
nah,
and
dub,
say
yeah,
like,
got it.
yo, I'm not doing this. Like,
Yeah.
if I had like probably like 5 years right now and being right here where I'm at today,
Son,
I'd be like,
nah.
I'll be telling
exit
them,
plan.
yes,
Got
I'm
you.
out of
Get
here.
all the way exit plan. Because
Got
I feel like when you have your own, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
Plus,
You
but
having
honestly,
fun.
honestly, like especially when you get into that sort of profession, those sort of professions early on. By the time with that retirement and you're out, you're only like 40, 45, which is
Yeah.
young as hell. Like y'all gonna show
OD.
you got hairline. So
I wish-
y'all lit.
Shit, I wish I could be out now. Shit.
Yeah,
Get
nah,
me out.
I only been working as a guidance counselor for 6 years. Next year will be my 7th year.
Mm.
So my contract is 25 years. So
Right.
Long way to go.
I got a long way to go.
Right.
That's a fact.
I'm done when I'm like 55.
See, me, I'm
But
trying
truthfully-
to cut that out.
But honestly, like
You trying to be out.
55 is
Be out,
still
right?
relatively young though.
I feel like if you got
55 is young, but if I could just sell, crack and just get out now.
I mean,
yo.
light, little light crack.
You said they said they got a back
Little
room.
light crack.
he said they got a back room. Yo, The thing about it too is like you always want to try to like we all say we want to get up and get out and this and that and the fourth, which is actually dope. It's like, but once you got a plan, you good. And then what I always thought about when I thought about leaving early was, well, my friend's not gonna be leaving yet. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
Yo, bro,
What you doing? Yo, I'm at work. You like,
alright.
I'm just ain't going to duty early.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
it,
waiting
all
till the
day
last
long.
man retire and then I'm out.
That's how it was for me in high school. I was in high school. And
Extra?
I could have graduated in January. No, I could have graduated in
You say you got
January.
left
Then
back
I
in
left
March.
back, but I just waited to June because everybody was still going to be in school.
crazy.
It made no
So,
sense.
What's crazy, right? Like we've never had that conversation, but I did the same exact shit.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
like,
Like,
Yeah.
by December, like football season was over, I could have
Yeah.
left.
Me
But I was
too.
like, yo, what am I gonna
What
go
am
do?
I was trying to catch up to you.
So what I did was,
You was the nigga I was waiting
yo,
for.
bro. So let me tell you, hold on.
That's funny.
So senior year of high school, what I did
So I
was,
almost didn't make it.
yo, once football season was over, that semester was over, like December. I went, because my birthday's late, so December I turned 17 that year, right? So I went, I got my license, and I got a job. So I was working like a full 40-hour job, and I was in high school. I was in the school from 6:45 to 9.
6:45?
Yeah, that was first
What
period.
school you went to?
Nah, at Midwood.
6:45?
Listen, no, so at Midwood,
Oh, you went to Midwood.
Yeah,
You went to
first,
Midwood.
first period, that was 6:55, right? So 6:55 to 7:40 or whatever.
Nah, that's
But for me,
slavery.
it was lit. I was in school, like I was coming back to the crib. My pops didn't even leave for work yet.
Damn.
So truancy was always on my ass.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out,
You gotta
bro.
go your
And then I would
schedule.
go to the city, work 40 hours a week. So I was lit, son. And then showed up for graduation, like I'm out. And then went to
Yo,
college,
you
and
know
that was
what,
it.
to be honest, yo, you know what I noticed? A lot of kids who just opted out because they could leave early, kind of backtrack.
Yeah, they have nothing to do.
Because
Like,
they have
they-
nothing
you
to
wasting
do.
your
And
time
now
doing
They have a
nothing.
plan.
Everybody was cutting school was outside, and now you outside.
Right.
Or
And
the
you have
old
a
head
job,
that
no
was always
plan, like-
outside is like that was doing nothing. He get influence now.
Yeah.
Right, true that.
See, I did it different. I stayed in school because all my friends was in school. So I just I told them to give me gym. They gave me gym, and,
Yeah.
like yearbook. And I stayed in school because it made no sense for me to not go to school. I
Yeah.
needed a reason to get up in the
Exactly.
morning.
Like that was my only two. The only two classes I had. I had video production and weight training.
Fun shit.
Yeah, I was like, and the weight training teacher was my football coach. So
Yo,
if I didn't decide to come one day, he was all right, whatever.
even the calm backtrack, like even when we were talking about college and whatnot, like I would still tell my kids to go to college if they don't got a plan.
Yeah.
Cause you're not gonna be sitting in the crib doing
Right.
nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna be like, all right, at 12 o'clock I'm gonna go chill my boys. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna eat in the crib, and then I'm gonna go back outside, chill my boys again. Now you're not doing
Yeah, you
that
gotta-
all
that's
day
right.
long.
That's why
You
I
got no
started
plan,
playing.
go to college. Like go to school. I don't
That's
care.
why I feel now with like what's going on now with like us, our age group growing up. I feel it's more to teach a kid a trade. Anything.
Right,
No
yeah.
matter what it is,
Right.
just teach them it. Go to school still,
Right.
and because at the end of the day, if you have a trade, you can never.
Yeah, you can never take that
You
away
can't
from
go
you.
Like, because you could just work for yourself.
And you know what's crazy
You can
about
hustle
that?
yourself.
Like when we talk about
Yeah, they're not
about
bogus.
like this history and Black history, like what we kind of almost took that away from ourselves at one point with education. Like only because they try to make education seem so lit.
Yeah.
Mind
Right,
you, we already
right.
had the jobs that
It
people
was making that
you know
was
what
what
I'm
you
saying?
needed. Like
driving somebody around was literally a job that
Listen,
people was like,
you-
nah, shut the phone.
you always gonna need a
Now,
plumber.
now
You always need
everybody
a fridge
everybody's
guy.
lit.
And this man don't make like two grand a week. On
Word.
Easy. 3 days.
Mind you, that's the same job the Irish had and the Italians had.
But
Like,
that
all
was
the
why
same
they
job,
did that.
yeah.
And so kind of what you were talking about before, right? Like, because usually you work with sanitation,
Yeah.
and you can't pass it off.
Yeah, you can't.
But
pass
back
it.
in the day,
they was passing
that's
it
what
off.
you was
They was
doing.
passing it
All
off.
the Italians and stuff like yo, my son working, my grandson working, like the whole
Yeah.
family. Matter of fact, even like a couple of years ago on News 12 Brooklyn, they had like a this segment where a father was retiring and like his last like set of shifts, he worked with his son because he got his son in.
Yeah.
And we all looking like, oh, the people in general like, oh, that's dope. But we are looking like, ain't this some bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, and you know what? Even back then, like, and for my mom, she just wound up. She was working for the city, and she knew somebody who was working for the city also. They wound up telling her like, "Yo, you could take these tests at 16 years old." Oh, none of us knew that. None of us knew you
I
could
didn't
be.
know, I didn't know
you
that
could be
until right now.
right now, and then right now they already changed it to where you can't get the job till you're 21. So it's a clip. It's clip.
Yeah.
But
But
back
it's still-
then, You could have took the job at 16 and got any city job at
You
18
can't get
years
the test
old.
until you're 21. What-
21. They changed it.
Why?
No, you can't take the test. Until you're
No, you can't get the job until you're 21.
Yeah, but that's fine though. But the thing, but a lot like.
But you could take the test at 16, but the test
But
it get voided out at 4 years.
Exactly.
So you
Oh.
gonna
So
void
you
out.
gotta like
Yeah.
19,
Yeah.
you got to do it.
You got to do it like about 19. Like, and
Yeah,
then
that's
if for our community, they already waiting for us to slip. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
by
right.
from 16 to 19, you're gonna graduate high school. Hopefully you don't go to college, and then you slip
Right,
up,
right.
and now you in the system, and then
then
you don't.
slip up and
Once you in the system,
door-
you don't even
yeah,
think you
it's
got a
over for
chance
that.
no more.
I ain't gonna. Oh, yeah.
No, but like Saya says, like, you know, you go to college, like, you must say I went to college, and then, like you said before, too, what I went to school for, I'm making more money and successful than what I practiced.
Right.
So even myself with my boys, I'm like, I don't really see a point in even going to college. I did the thing. Like, I can't even tell them don't go to college.
Right.
But I did it, too.
Yeah.
But I also have the other
But-
side
See,
of it.
hold on,
where
See,
it's like,
real quick.
you-
hold on, Sai has a quick thing.
I went to college, right? And like, that's my thing, right? I'm not knocking college. Make this really clear to people. I'm not knocking college. I just strongly feel, don't waste your time going to college unless you know what you're going for.
yeah, because you can go in there and get the liberal
No, no,
arts.
no.
Halfway.
I went. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I felt wasting my time. And I mean, to be personal, wasting my time. And it's people I know went there, graduated, and not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's every scenario.
Mhm.
But I just feel like with college, you gotta be going into college, you gotta be mentally ready and focused and ready to do what you really want to do.
Right.
Because college, I don't feel like you should be trying to go there to figure it out.
But you gotta think about it. You 18, you don't know nothing.
But I was gonna say,
Bro,
so,
you know
so
zero.
I'm gonna say
You
this,
don't
right?
know
So
nothing.
But,
So-
but
but-
you,
so
you
let me-
must
so-
somewhat have some kind of direction.
Yes
I had
and-
no direction.
so
I went there because
I think it's
school was
a
lit. I went because it was fun.
I think it's a yes and no about that, right? Because like
But that's what that's what I'm saying. I would tell my kids to go. That's what I'm telling. I would tell my kids to go. Look. Go figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together, but you're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together while you in school. Why you not? You're not gonna be sitting in my crib just not doing nothing.
right.
You gonna be
I
doing
feel like
something.
so having gone to college, right, and did my 4 years, and I went away. That for me, my biggest thing is like if my kids are, if I'm gonna push them to go to college, I want them to go away.
My kid's going to HBCU.
Yeah,
I
well,
see.
I
Yeah,
want that
I
too.
want that too.
You wanna
So-
live that
so-
shit.
Hold on.
Go have the
So
fun,
because
bro.
honest to God, for me the best thing, granted I paid for college, right? But the best thing that I got out of going away to school, right, was my independence. Well, I grew up in a Haitian household, so I had to do all of my shit from early any fucking way. So it didn't matter. But the independence of like nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. You gotta be on your own, right? And some of my very best friends in my entire life, I met when I was in college. And the
Right.
experiences that I had in college, whether it was academic or with some people, that's what I really got out of college. So if my kids want to go to college, I'll be like, listen, even if you don't know what you want to go there for yet, the first year and a half, you're gonna have to do general stuff anyway. So then you can take that time to get those general courses out the way. And by the time you middle of sophomore year, you can declare your major, what you maybe want to really focus on.
Right.
Because like I said, I went to school for finance. I ended up getting a degree in finance and pre-law.
Right.
I don't do neither one of them shits for a living. Neither one. I
That's
play with
crazy.
freaking power for a living. So neither one has anything to do with what I have going on.
Right.
But the experiences that I had, the people that I've met, some of the foundational things that I was taught, you can't really get that from anywhere else. But when I paid for it, I could teach some of that to my kids at home.
Yeah.
But I definitely want, like, my daughter, she'll be going to college in 3 years. I would definitely want her to go away, experience it, be on her own, learn her own lessons and most things or whatever,
Right.
and gain a lot of that outside knowledge. And another thing I learned was networking.
Yeah.
The power of networking
Yeah.
is so powerful.
Right.
And we don't teach our kids that. We know who we know.
Right.
Or
Talk-
you might
don't
know
talk
somebody,
to
you know somebody or
strangers.
whatever.
We
So it's
already
as close
prepped
as
them
close as your elbows. But I can walk into a room full of strangers, and by the end of the night, I'm gonna learn 2 or 3, 4 different things.
Right.
Or meet different people. Or this person does this person does that. Reach out to them. And I feel like being away from home in that college environment is a lot of what helped me learn those lessons.
Right.
You know, you said all that on the mic just now.
Yeah, it's all my fault. You know what it is with me? Is that it's funny because I have.
Listen, we in the stoop, man. It happens.
Like myself, I went to
It's
school
organic.
Right.
for IT. So I did that. Did it for you. I had no business going to college.
Right.
That wasn't my thing. I was like, yo, like you said, I had no plan, but I knew I loved computers.
Right.
So I did 2 years, got my associates. You know, I'm ready. And I always remember older people saying, like, if you stop doing it, you ain't gonna be able to go back and do it later on. So I said, 2 more years, what is it? I'm like, I graduated, I think I was like 20 years old when I was done with college.
Right.
But then at the same time now, what I'm doing, I'm not doing anything when I went to college.
When's the last time you touched a computer?
I'm at this computer every day.
Oh.
But it's not what I study. That's not what I study. I work on electricity.
Set them on YouTube.
Yeah,
I was
right.
watching Wall Star yesterday.
But then it's like, my other side of it is like, I remember a person said, I forget where I heard it from, it's like, you know, you want to study when people go in a room. Like, yo, people going to go in a room and say, I need a barber. You know anybody need a barber? Yo, I need a plumber. I need an electrician. I need a so forth. Nobody's going to sit there and say, I need a liberal arts major.
Nah.
Nobody's going to say, yo, I need a business manager. Nobody's going to say that unless you're in that field.
Right.
I ain't gonna front. Barbers was so important in college.
It's always going to be
Bro.
but it's every day outside of college.
All my little cousins ask me for tools when they go to college.
They
be like, yo,
They can make. I promise you, they can make so much
tools.
bread doing that.
Yeah,
Yo,
most likely.
when I went away to school in Connecticut, right? Small town. It was fairly diverse, but honestly, it took me to my junior year to find a barber outside of somebody who lived in the dorms because you wasn't finding that. And honestly, just like when you find a barber, right? Like you said, that's your friend. Like you're loyal to your barber.
Yeah.
Like there's people probably walking here, they couldn't get an appointment. They'd rather not go out this weekend because they couldn't get a cut.
Right.
Than go to somebody else or the quote unquote first chair. Like, I'm good, bro. I know what I'm saying. But salute to you, brothers, man.
Definitely.
It's a pleasure being here with you guys. Like I said, it's been like 10 years since I sat in the barbershop.
Yes, come back and chill. We be chilling.
Yeah, listen, listen. Anytime Steve's going, I just like, I'm with him. I don't do that. I mean, every November I grow a beard for Men's Health, but I get that lined up. But we truly appreciate you guys, man. We commend what you guys do. Not only for your family, but for the community.
And it's yours. Like,
this is y'all. Like, y'all don't report to nobody. This is y'all shit, man. And that's what we want to salute on the podcast, like entrepreneurial stuff, promoting our own people, saluting fathers. Apparently twins now too. That's the thing.
Right.
Real quick.
That's
So people that's watching, y'all want to come and get your cut. You guys are busy. They booked up. You make sure you get your cuts back to school. Go reserve that now.
Yeah, go
because
book now.
They booked up to August.
Right.
Make sure y'all go now.
See us on the Stoop cuts.
So let people know where they can find them, how they can book the appointment, how can they.
What's the
come
address?
get a haircut with the address they're located and everything.
Yo, so if you on the on any of our pages, the Stoop Cuts page or Quan's Life page or Tom Knows Cuts page, just press the book now. The book now will lead you, especially on the Stoop page, it'll lead you to all the barbers, all our availability, all the time. The address is 1787 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York. Between Utica and Rochester. No, Utica.
Rochester.
Utica and Rochester. Yeah, Utica and Rochester. But yeah, come check us out. That's a fact. All the barbers here can cut. Like, and I teach classes for anybody who's stylist, and all the barbers here, we teach them. We even though they come with their own set of skills, we teach each other our set of skills, so we all kind of have the same foundation in cuts. So you could jump in anybody's chair.
Oh yeah, so I can come. I like it.
Yeah, you could definitely jump in.
We all the same.
They do the hair plugs.
So if my drinking back to the left a little back, I holler at one of y'all and talk that person.
Yeah, you did. I ain't gonna happen.
Yo, listen, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
Some people be beefing just because they want to be in somebody else's shit. They be like, they be a good cut. They be like, I don't like this corner. They be like, you lying, bro. So you just want to be in the building.
So listen, man. Shout out to the Stoop Barber Shop, Quan, we appreciate y'all for hosting us. Appreciate you guys for having some Shinju with us. Shout out to Rob, John, everybody at Shinju Japanese Whiskey. Shout out to man Preach Behind the Lens. Appreciate you, brother. Yo, fellas.
Yo, shout out to y'all. Because y'all doing something like totally different. Like, even when I saw the name, the first time I saw the name, I was like, yo, this is going to be fire. I ain't read nothing else, right? I didn't even know it was your joint. Like, I didn't know you was on the picture.
I was like, yo, who's these cartoon guys?
Yeah, who's these cartoon girls, right?
I was like, who's these cartoon guys?
And as soon as I seen the picture and I saw the name, I'm like, this is going to be fire because this is untouched. Like, there's no group of dads talking about being dads, like, and being chill, cool dads. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, like, you especially growing up, you see some dads, they got the Crocs and they stepping on the back of their shoes. Type
Wow,
of, you know?
son, they coming at your Crocs,
Yo, put it in sport mode. Put it on sport mode. You gotta put it in sport mode. Word though, like yeah, turbo. Hey yo. That was 2 for the day. That was 2.
Listen.
Too freaky.
Listen. You put the Crocs in turbo mode.
With the Crocs in turbo, right? That's a fact, son. But word though, shout out to y'all for that, cause that's
word.
it's
Y'all take
untouched.
away the stigma, like you know what I'm saying? Stigma is definitely like,
That's a fact. Listen,
I ain't gonna be no deadbeat.
nah.
Right. Take it
Listen,
away
man,
the stigmas.
being a man is amazing. Being a father is the best thing that could have ever happened to me in my life. And it happens to be that I'm a black man who's a father, and that's what we all are.
Right.
We waiting for you.
Yeah,
Ain't no rush.
Take your time.
Ain't no rush.
Yo.
Take your
Ain't no
time.
rush.
Yo, and you
Ain't
know
no
what?
rush.
Right.
No rush, bro. I didn't listen. I was in my 30s. No rush, brother.
Only thing about, and you know what's cool about guys, you know, no offense to women, like, yo, we don't got an expiration date. As long as you shooting, you shooting.
Yeah,
You
sure.
shoot, you can
But
shoot
I ain't
the rest of
about to
the
be.
day. Right. You can look like
I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't gonna be 50, finally retiring from work, having no babies.
nah, you gonna be chilling. You gonna have all the bread. You gonna have mad time and mad patience.
Nah, that's why I gotta spend my bread, bro. I'm outside, man.
But that's because you already got kids, though. If you
Yeah,
have
that's
no
what I'm
kids,
saying. I got 2.
you done been outside for 50 years. You
Man,
good.
listen, man. I have 2, maybe 3. After 50, yo, I'm outside, man. Y'all can feed and cook for yourself. I'm gone, man. Y'all holler at me, man. The bills is paid. We outside. But listen, shout out to the Stoop. Shout out to Shinju Whiskey. Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to Preach. Listen, shout out to the staff for supporting and continue in all of Brooklyn. Listen, we love and appreciate y'all. This has been another installment of the Dad and Ish Summer Series. We'll holler at y'all next time.
Peace.